You see, ukilipia mtoto rent, afu mbaie foodstuffs, afu ukose kumpatia pocket money. My friend, what do you think will happen? It is the sugar mommy time, sugar daddies, sahi ni kubeba ukibeba ukienda. We are in a very new generation where things happen and you can't condemn your child every time for a small issue. The next girlfriend, wherever you are, I'm still watching you. We love you still.
When you're saying the next girlfriend, what if they end up getting back together with Makena?
I don't know. That's him. That's his decision. If that guy thinks he can go disclose my family's secrets out there, dude, you have another thing coming. It's not a threat. It's just a fact.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.
It's becoming more and more interesting, and this time around it's with Hodari Homes,
where we bring you a very super project at Rumuruti, Hodari Garden Phase 1 Rumuruti, with cash of 99,000 Kenya shillings only.
Na kama manze una feel manze nimefinyika kidogo, for only 5 months unalipa pesa yako kidogo at installment of 120,000 Kenya shillings. Kila month unaekelea ka 10 hadi inafika 5 months. Ama niaje Mr. Musa?
Yeah, kama kawaida with a deposit of 10,000 only unamalizia kwa muda wa miezi 5.
Hodari Homes, 2G Amini.
What's up everybody? This is 𝐤𝐬𝐢𝐴𝐻𝐕 254 na kama kawa hapa ni Eastern TV. Before we start, make sure that you subscribe, comment and also share this video iweze kufikia as many people as possible. Tumekuwa tukifanya hii follow up ya Makena, Leon, Kadere, Mama Makena and watu wengi sana wamekuwa involved hapa, na nyinyi siku ya kwanza ambapo tuleta Mama Leon mkasema kwamba mnaweza mtaka tena arudi kwenye show, and after tulipeleka Mama Leon, venye tulimpeleka counseling like 2 days ago, niliona ni vizuri niweze kukuja kupatana na Mama Leon, na Mama Leon anatukaribishanga kama kawa kwake. Tuko tu hapa nje, ni usiku na she's a very busy woman. Yeye tuna timing akitokea job tunapanga sessions zake zikuwe za usiku, at least tunaongea na yeye atuambie ile wakati ataweza kupatikana. So tutakuwa tukiinteract na yeye na atuambie amekuwa akiendeleaje na haswa leo ni nini anataka kutuambia. Habari yako mama?
Nzuri sana. Yeah.
So sijui leo kama utaongea Kiswahili ama just feel comfortable with whichever language you are comfortable with. Unaendeleaje?
Niko salama, nashukuru.
Okay. Now, people asked for you after we brought you on the first day. Watu walisema kwamba they want you to come back to the show. Na leo tukasema kwamba we will be at least tukabook day, kutuambia today uko comfortable tuweze kukuja hapa, tuweze kuinteract na wewe. What is that one thing that you want to tell people, and how have you been doing? How have you been coping with your son?
First of all, I'm honored you guys showed up, because it's by the grace of God tumefika hadi hapa. So the second thing I'd like is the people out there. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you Eastern TV for even the counseling sessions, which you have already started. Thank you for even bringing out, such sessions so that you can be able to talk to these young ones. Because it's not everyone believes that counseling works, but it does. Yeah. So
we took Leon to the counseling, and before we took him to the counseling sessions, we asked for permission from you. He is your son. Na sisi tuwezi mchukua tu hapa tuseme tunaenda tunaye, tukakupigia simu, and you are so friendly, and it was the first time kuweza kwenda pale kwenye hospitali na akafanywa the first counseling session. How many session is he supposed to be going?
For now we can't tell, since he's going through some assessments, so we have to wait till the counselor himself tells us the next step, so that we can know how many of those sessions he's supposed to be having. So we can't tell for now.
Okay, the reason of why we're here is not to talk about your son. Tuko hapa ndio tuweze kuongea about, I want you to talk to the women. You said that you have a lot. You're the one who requested that we come here. You have a lot that you want to tell women or parents who are raising their sons and daughters. What is that you have?
Okay, as a woman, it's not easy. You don't have a manual on how to raise a child. it's actually complicated depending with the child. You know, the way I raise mine is not the way you're going to raise yours. So we have different perspectives from where you come from, how you were raised, and how you see things. Yeah.
So you had talked about this issue of nowadays parents or all the parents behaving as acting like old generation in an old way. Maybe about church issues, about naming. You had a lot of things that you had talked to me about those issues. What is the first thing maybe you're going to be talking about? The first thing that you're going to address first?
The first thing I'd like to address is the religion part, where we have so many women of our age, you know, who are judgmental. Especially you see those mamas with from Adoanyoba, those people. Those women are so judgmental to a point that a child feels condemned to a certain situation. So you'll find some of these children having suicidal thoughts or having taken their problems to different situations, like they go get older men, you know, have sexual relations with them, alcohol, we have the drug issues. Yeah.
So what is you talked about church?
Church actually is one of the, I think it's a number of people. I don't know how it really operates. But what I'd like to ask is the people from the church, please be considerate. We are in a very new generation where things happen and you can't condemn your child every time for a small issue. For example, there are so many ladies out here who get pregnant before they get married. So you find they are not able to attend church services because a certain pastor, a certain religious leader decided, okay, it's not good for you to show up in the church. You'll find so many of our kids, they come from a very different, they take things very differently than we did. You can't tell a child, well, don't come to church because you drink or you smoke weed. Let that child come, praise God, because we have a reason why he's praising God. He's alive and he's able to do things. Maybe something has happened, and in the process of that, he may learn why he's not supposed to be doing some stuff. Yeah.
Well, I can add to that. I give you an example. Mi kizungu inanipiga chenga, but mi ujaribu. So let me put it straight. Kuna time fulani, there was this issue of a church elder. He was in a way controlling everything in the church, na mimi nilikuwa najiuliza why is all this happening. He was in a relationship with a very young teenage girl from this as a member of the church, and me, I knew everything about the church. So every time he used to see me, he used to treat me in a very bad way, because there's a time I went to the church, I was fellowshipping there, nikauliza for a permission to go and minister in the to shoot my music video in that church, na wakaniambia kwamba you can't be given a permission simply because of some issues, because that elder was the member of the church. It was very hard for me to get a permission to shoot in that church. Those people are normally given the priority to be the ones who are controlling everything in the church. Na mimi sinanga shida na elders, but the same way you as an elder, you like to be treated, be treating others, because tunasemanga hivi in Kikuyu people. I don't know whether you're a Kikuyu.
Yes, I am.
Tunasemanga modu munene ne atumagwo no darumagwo. An elder person anaweza tumwa, but he cannot be abused ama kuitwa jina fulani. I don't know whether abusing is the right word to use. Wazungu.
She is.
Yes, yeah. So I feel like the same way you are treating other people, I would like you to treat other people the same way you like to be treated. I think that's what you're trying to mean. In the church, we should be equal. All of us, we are equal because we are praising the same God.
Yes.
So there is this issue of naming. You had told me that you want to talk about naming.
Yeah, true. You know, naming a child, it can cause a blessing or it can become a curse.
Yes.
I cannot wake up in the morning and start naming my child, you know, Madheri. I know you know that story of that guy, and you see what he ended up. He's dead now because he decided to do the wrong things. It's because of the naming. So, naming a child, you don't just take a name just because your grandma used to, you know, and then give it to your child. Look at the background of that grandmother. Pray for that name. If it suits you or you like it, call that child. Nika nikuje nisai nikuambie ita mtoto wako Mureu. I am very sure 100% you look at me and wonder, are you insane? You know that word literally means a drunkard person, and you don't want some, you know, some characteristics going to your child's future. So I think with the way we are naming children these days, if you feel like calling your child Precious, okay, well, fine. Look for names that are favorable, you know, that even when you're calling your child in front of people, you're proud to say that name. But you can't call a name. What one Ashindo? Allah? What the hell is not happening here?
Yeah, but I'll ask you something. Yeah, let it be an open conversation between tuongea, because there are people who are like, mimi naitwa Mureu, and kwa nini unaingilia jina yangu? Does it mean that ule Mureu mwenye anatuwatch saizi, it's a bad name?
No, it's not a bad name. It's actually good. But it depends with, you know, what happened so that you can be called that name. So, and I cannot come and start saying, hey, because you're called Mureu, you'll become a drunkard. There are so many Mureus out there who are saints. They are so good. As in Utawapata, they are doing charitable things, helping people. And you see, it's such nini. It depends with the background of the name.
Yeah, because I can add to that. Leo naona we are in the same spirit. There is these names that people loves. There is Nicki Minaj, for example. You will never find a person mwenye in the Bible mtu ameitwa either in Quran or in Bible. Naona, those are the two Bibles zenye mimi respect. Naona, Quran and Biblia. Those are the two Bibles zenye mimi nezongelele. Hizo zingine mimi sizijui, but I can talk and say that hautaipata mahali mtu anasema kwamba now I'll call my daughter Esther Nicki Minaj. In the Bible there is nothing like Esther Nicki Minaj. So in short, you are saying that there is power in naming.
Yes, there is. For example, the way you've said Esther. Esther means star.
Star.
And you know, Esther is a very bright object. It's up there. It's not a Nicki Minaj, literally. Unless you're trying to get a nickname, maybe for a stage name or something, I think it would be perfect. But the way, you see, the way a name reflects, it does help a lot. You find yourself in situations whereby maybe background job opportunities, you're in a job position, when you would say your name is Nicki Minaj, you know, your boss will be like, Allah.
That's yeah. Even the name like Lil Wayne means something. Lil Wayne, there is this other name, Rick Ross. There is another name. I came to realize, I read somewhere that the name Vybz Kartel means killing the souls. That's a new to those people who don't know. Vybz Kartel means killing the souls. So like what you're saying, every name that you give your child, it means something. There is power in naming. So like, for example, I'll ask you, what is the name of the word, that name, Leon? Someone called him Lion. What is the meaning of the word Leon?
Okay, for me, I named him Leon, but you see, it depends with your pronunciation and where you went to school. Most people find that, hey, the way they say that name, Lion. So for me, it meant that he's a brave boy, and he's been through so much. Personally, I have been through so much with him, but he's been strong enough, so he can conquer anything. That's why I named him that.
What is also the name of your second born?
He's
the name now.
The name.
What is its name? What is his name? What does that name means?
Favor. Yeah, it does mean favor.
Wow. So hey, we are learning a lot, guys. Tuna learn vitu mingi sana. Like for me, I know. I'll ask you about there are people who normally call themselves Kevo Mpenda. Kevo Mpenda Manyonyo. What is the meaning of those?
I have no idea. maybe you let me know. Yeah.
I heard kuna watu wanasemanga mtu anajiita like for me they call me Samaritan. Samaritan means like I was called Samaritan. Let me give you a brief history of why they call me Samaritan. In the year when I was in class 5, I'll not tell you about the year. When I was in class 5, kuna 2 ladies who were fighting because of a guy. So I was in class 5. Kijana mdogo, I was the prefect of that class. So nikiwa pale nikipita, tukienda nyumbani, I found that lady kama amelala. We were 2 of us, me and a guy called anaitwa nani, tulikuwa tunamwita Mbuyu Peter. Peter, his name is Peter. So tukipita pale, we took the lady, alipigwa kalala. So we took him tukampeleka hadi kwao nyumbani. So the following week, it was on a Monday now. It was during the weekend when that happened. Venye tulifika nyumbani, a lot we just did our part tukampeleka nyumbani. We went to school on Monday. Now every person was like, hey, uliona ile story ya Nyambura venye alipigwa? Nyambura, you know yourself, you're all the way from Limuru. Alipigwa kalala chini, a lot happened, and venye tulimpeleka shule, every person started calling us Samaritan, me and Peter. Tukaanza kuitwa Samaritans. So when we started singing, people started calling us Good Samaritans. Even the headmaster called us Samaritan after we told them the story. So every person started calling me Samaritan. Now, as when we were informed to, because we went to the same high school with Peter, he died when we were informed to. Peter died. Rest in peace, Peter. People started calling me now Samaritan. I was left as the only Samaritan. So from all those years, people started calling me Samaritan. And me, every time I do everything, I'm feeling like I should help this person. Like you were saying, there is power in naming. If every person calls you, like you for the name that you have right now, you normally act according to your name. There is a meaning of the word, of the meaning of the name that has been given to our director. Maybe there must be a reason of why key to the money, key to the money. So whatever you're talking about naming, it's a very interesting and a very encouraging topic. And I want us to go to the next thing that you wanted us to discuss about.
The next thing I wanted to talk about is still, I think it's basically like the religion part, whereby you find most women who are going through maybe divorce, they are not encouraged to do so, despite the challenges they are finding at home. So you'll find them being criticized, being able to be challenged. Like, how do you get divorced? He's the elder of the church. You know, an elder of the church can beat the wife and not get questioned about. But when the wife decides to get a divorce, she's questioned. Like, why? Kwa nini umeona umdivorce? Ulimfanyia nini ndo akuchape? You know, some questions, they are too stupid to even answer. Like, why should I be hit in the first place by a man? I don't know what he does. Maybe you don't even spend time with him. Maybe he's not contributing to the household, you know, school fees. He doesn't have that relationship with the kids, but he still wants to have that respect. You know, respect is earned, it's not given. So for you to earn that respect, you need to know your family very well. And I cannot come from nowhere and start, you know, questioning about your family and start saying that I want that respect, you know. Despite I pay the school fees, I pay rent, I bring food to the table. And the wife, maybe she's a housewife. And you see, for a woman to be a housewife, people see it as a very small job, but it's your responsibility inachukua a lot of effort. So most of these women, they get tired by the time that woman wakes up maybe kitu 4. So no, lazima atayarishe breakfast for the husband, and amtayarishe nguo nini apige pasi. So by the time maybe anaamsha watoto, it's around 7, and he also has to cook breakfast. So ukimwacha kwa nyumba, don't assume she's doing nothing. She has a lot of cleaning in that house. She has to clean up each and every one who stays in that house. Mess, clothes, you know, the house has to be neat, so that even the husband, once he decides, okay, let me take this, maybe he has guests from where he works, and he wants to introduce them where he lives. He can't just, you know, he'll bring them home, tell them, this is where I stay, so that he can feel proud, even as he's presenting, you know, doing his own business. Maybe it's investors. You can't take investors to hotels these days. You need to show them that you're a family person, so that they can be able to invest in whatever idea you have. Yeah.
Avoid being tribal when choosing a spouse.
It depends with people. For me, I decided to follow my heart. That's why I married a South African guy, because I fell in love with him. I fell in love with the way he used to do things and his way of thinking. If I followed whatever people said, like, you're a Kikuyu, you're not supposed to be marrying a Jaluo. That's why I encourage my kids. If you're in love with someone, maybe outside, it's a white woman, okay, bring. A Latino, bring. You like her? Okay. You like a Jaluo, bring to the house. As long as you like her, that's what matters. How you relate with each other, how you treat each other, the trust, the communication. Because if you can't have that, then what is the relationship for?
Do you know Leon is watching you? He might bring a...
I am so dead after this. I am so sure. I am sure he has so many questions right now. But I've already taught him this. I've told him that even since he's going through that, all this, I know the next time he'll learn from it. To trust his instincts. The next girlfriend, wherever you are, I'm still watching you. We love you still.
When you're saying the next girlfriend, what if they end up getting back together with Makena?
I don't know. That's him. That's his decision.
Does it mean that you'll reject her?
No, I can't do that. When a child decides to get back together with whoever he was dating, you can't say no to that. There's a reason. Just like Makena said, when something goes away and decides to return, it's yours. But if it doesn't, it's not yours. Yeah.
So, Leon, umesikia venye mama umesema, ukileta Mjaluo ako sawa, ukileta Mkisi ako sawa, Meru uko sawa, Mkamba, akileta Latino, ukileta Mzungu, ukileta Makena pia, it's okay. Rora, mom is giving you freedom to do whatever you want. And now, if you were Makena's mom, and kitu kama hii kufanyikia, ungefanya nini?
Thank God I'm not Makena's mother, because I know it's hard for her. So, okay, looking at her, I think she's been brought up in church. Those strict church parents. So I think I get where she's coming from. But I don't think her forcing my son to get into a relationship with my son is going to work. You don't force kids and you don't force issues.
Does it mean that she's forcing your son to be in a relationship with your...
No, he said, I don't know. I think she said kind of like, it's okay, you guys can get back together. I have agreed. That's like, you're forcing issues. Yes. That's why I don't even talk to him about that. I decided to give him a break. You
told your son not to get back with Makena, right?
Yeah, I told him that because there were no blessings from both of us. I can't tell my son, you go ahead, have a relationship with a girl. And the other parents like, no, who is this Leon? We need to be on the same page for us to get, for them to be together and have our blessings. When kids in relationship have their parents' blessings, they do prosper in a lot of things. You've seen some of these people, they start from chini and they grow. Most of them, they own big businesses, they own big companies, not because that they started at 𝐢𝐭'𝐬, they got, maybe they started in high school, and you'll find them very perfect. I have a friend of mine, actually they started dating in high school. So when hata wakumaliza high school, wacha nikwambie, they dropped out, the both of them. But now they own big businesses and their relationship is perfect. Not because that they are that perfect couple, no, but you'll find that most of the things they are doing, they are agreeing with it. Ikikuja kani biashara wanafungua, utakuta wana agree tufungue moja in this branch, the other one like that.
What is Leon's daddy saying about Leon?
The dad. He's a very complicated man, that's for sure. But he still loves him. He's the dad. So at the end of the day, he'll support him. you know, whatever the daddy has to decided with the girlfriend, he's like, put me out of this. You know, fathers, I don't know why you disagree. You kind of push yourself away from your son's relationships. I think it's a man thing or the ego. I have no idea.
What kind of a talk are you having with Mama Makena?
Currently, we're friends.
Because she told us that you talked. I don't know what you talked about. Can you disclose to us?
I can't disclose much since we kind of like just talked just for a bit. We discussed about our children, you know, whatever is happening in the house. And I told her, you know, the way I just said, calm down, madam. You don't have to be so angry about things. It's not that bad. And we discussed about our relationship with our daughter and her daughter with my son and what is it going to take for them, you know, to reconcile with their daughter. So I took her step by step. Yeah, and we sort it out, everything. And she's okay, I think so.
Yeah, she's okay with Ango because at the last interview that we had, she was very calm. Now, there's something that I want us to talk about, a very sensitive matter. This is about 𝐿𝐷𝐉𝐷, Mr. Peter. Now, if it was you, how would you handle this issue of Kadere saying that, now Peter 𝐿𝐷𝐉𝐷 saying that, I'm going to disclose all the secrets if you're not going to get me back to the work?
Okay, that man is crazy. Very crazy. Kadere, that's not how we work things. If it was me, on a logical note, I think that guy would be down.
What do you mean down?
Like, you know, it comes sometimes, some of us as mothers, our work is to protect our families. So if that guy thinks he can go disclose my family's secrets out there, dude, you have another thing coming. It's not a threat, it's just a fact. Because there's no mom. It's like the guy who was shot. I don't know if you know Frank or Vega. You saw the mom's interview. I actually loved her. Unaweza imagine mtoto wako, you have no idea what he does, and then unakuja unasema, my son borrowed me 70 shillings. You can imagine. That man it shows a lot of, you know, courage. You loved your son a lot, no matter what the society is saying about your son. So that's the same thing. Kadere needs to watch out, because in the end, Mama Makena is not just any woman. She's a mother. She's a wife. She will go against you as both, and especially when you're a mother, you tend to be twice as protective. So there's no way. I don't think that guy Kadere just jichunga. If it was you, I think I would go back to the rural areas and settle down. Maybe you should calm down a bit and stop drinking.
Mombasa. He's going to Mombasa for a birthday party.
Allah. Good for him. Okay, I didn't know people go to Mombasa for birthday parties. It's good. I think he needs to relax. I think he needs to be open-minded. Maybe get a job somewhere else or move to Somalia. If there's a recruitment of KDF hapo, please, kama unajuana na mtu, chukua Kadere, acha kusumbua watoto wa watu huku nje.
But he's looking for a job opportunity. Yeah, anataka si umwandike kazi alifutwa kwa Mama Makena huyu. You don't have daughters here, you have sons.
Yeah, sons. In the end.
Not haribu.
Secret families, not mine. Thank you very much.
So guys, we had Mama Leon, and bado tukimalizia, I want to ask him the last question. It's about your son. Yeah, you've told us that you want him to go through this journey of a counseling session. Will you give us permission to endelea bado kukava tujuange anaendeleaje?
For now, I think to cut short, because I need him to be himself first. And then once he's prepared, maybe he can give you guys the permission to go ahead. That's him. He's already 18 years old. And even though I'm his mom, I don't have the legal, you know. Maybe he wants to do a collab with you guys in one of those videos. So, yeah, that's what I can say for now.
I don't know whether Leon can sanitize the streets. I don't know. But he's a very calm guy. Why is he that calm?
It's a very long story, but in the end, what I can say is that I've taught him, no matter how hard the situation is, he needs to calm down. Umesikia mara nyingi nikisema calm down. So hata akikasirika, I'm like, you're that angry. Sawa, you get out, pigwa na upepo, then come back when you're calm down.
Is it like mother like son, or like son like father?
I think like the dad.
Like the dad.
Because I'm never that.
But his voice doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be that calm when I talk to him through the phone. His dad.
It depends. If you met him personally, he's that calm. But if you bring one up, he's not that calm.
You're parting shot now. Now that we've had a very nice conversation, you're parting shot.
I would like to encourage women, as you're raising your babies, be confident enough to tell them the truth. Whatever is happening outside here, no one is having mercy on our kids. There are so many sexual predators. There are so many things happening to such a point that we can't, if we don't talk about it, no one is going to tell them this and this is happening. So that's why even in campuses, utasikia mtu anakuambia girls are raped every day, which many parents don't know that. Utakuta mtoto ako university amesoma for 4 years, but hata ikwambia kama mzazi, you know what, mama was raped at some point. We went drinking with some friends and I got raped. Some of them are taken advantage of. Utakuta some of them, they enter into gangs, some of them enter into cults, those telling their parents. It's like the way I tell parents and encourage them, find out what your child does. If as a university or that college, find out what he does. Uwezi kosa kutumia mtoto hiyo nini, inaitwa nini? Hiyo ya kumweka akiwa huko ndani. You know, unakosa kumlipa pocket money. Afu unexpect hiyo mtoto kwaje anakula nini? You see, ukilipia mtoto rent, afu mbaie food stuffs, afu ukose kumpatia pocket money. My friend, what do you think will happen? It is the sugar mommy time, sugar daddies. Sai ni kubeba ukibeba ukienda.
Hapo pa sugar sana.
Yeah. So you'll find most of our kids, when they were in Naivasha, no one is talking about that. Most of these parents hata wajui kama watoto wao walishinda weekend wakisoma, wanakuambia mama nasoma. Of course alikuwa anasoma, but what type of education alikuwa anasoma? That is the question. So tuache kuassume watoto wako sawa juu wako campus, na to follow up. If you have the capability as a parent, there's encourage wazazi wako na mabiashara. Toa mtoto campus, mwambie huna class, come work here, I'll pay you. You see such projects. Cause wazazi wengine wanaambia wanekanga watoto hostels, unashindwa kutoka Monday mpaka Sunday. Mwambie kuja, uko na class leo, ndio biashara. Start doing this. You know, it's hapo ndo ataanza kuwa motivated. Na utakuta most of the time so kufikiria how he's going to go out. At sikatai mwende out, we have to let these kids go weekends. Once in a while, mwambie, hey, you me work hard, let me give you some money, you go out have fun with your friends. You see, at least na tuzoea sana kupatia watoto mpaka za Uber. Siku hizi siku nzuri, we might assume things that yako safe nini, but he's not. So you need to add them extra cash. Unamwambia, hey, you've been so good, acha nikupatie, go out, have fun with your friends, be safe. Now nini at least.
Nice. You had shared with me about something concerning maybe talking to women. What is the plan that you're having?
Okay, for now, I'm thinking of creating a platform where we'll be able to share, opinions from different women. Because I've met some of these ladies in the streets. They're like, Mama Leon. I'm like, okay, now I'm becoming famous. People are like, hi.
They love you.
So, and I think live, where women are able to ask questions and I'm able to maybe return with the little knowledge I have, because I'm not an expert. We can be able to share, the experiences as a mother, what I've gone through with my kids, and maybe they can share with me. Because some of these opinions, they do matter. They really do matter. So you'll find some of these women, they don't know their kids. But ask so many women, kasai, like 5 of them, uulize how many of you know your kids? Who unajua favorite color? Do you know your children's friends? Do you know your teachers? You know, for men, we are thing ni wanaume wajuangi watoto hao, sijui why.
Wajuangi watoto na colors
na best friends. Yes, friends. So I think because your responsibility at your wanawake, but I thank God for my husband. I'm so proud of him. He follows up with my son's teachers throughout. Hata Leon kutoka kwa mdogo. Ni anaendanga unakutanika tuna compete. Me ndo naenda teachers meeting. No, I am the one going. I'm like, Allah. You see, that's the kind of family you're supposed to be having. Whereby, if I'm not able to go as a mother, maybe niko na meeting. Nakwambia, please go. And you go. Find out what your child is up to. How much. No. Mabishti zake. Who he hangs out with. What they do together. Waite. Hata uambie. Come for a sleepover. You know, if it's a guys, not guys and chicks. No. No. I'm just saying that same sex, you know. Yeah. So that you can be able to read from each and every one of them. Yeah. So that even as they grow up together, they know they can get your support. Even when they don't get from their... Most men, which is weird, I don't know why this happens. Like my son's friends, most of them walianzia kutoka the primary section. Walikuwa nakuja ile nini, smart sleepovers. I used to allow them to have play dates, you know. Mpaka tukajiona kama wazazi because of those kids. Up to now, they are still friends. And you see, right now they are competing. Like Leon was doing medicine. Utakuta wanachallengeana. I want to do architect, you know, so that they can be able to work in this form. Things like that.
Is it the end of the medicine stuff from Leon?
He told me he's thinking about it, so we are waiting for his reply. Yes.
We are tumekwama hapo kwa thinking about it. Now, you said that you're preparing a platform whereby you can be talking about issues concerning relationships and maybe talking to women. Is it maybe you're planning to open a YouTube channel or something?
YouTube channel. I don't know much about social media. But maybe if you help me out and teach me these things, not because I'm ignorant, it's because I'm busy. Yeah. You see, with businesses, most of us tunatianga watu wengine. So we leave the young people those platforms. Ndio maana tuko na tuka social media managers, you know, IT consultants, ndio wanatufanyia hivyo, even in our own businesses. For now, maybe you let me know on how we can do a collaboration together. Maybe talk to women if they have questions or ideas on what they think the platform should be, and maybe give us titles and topics on what to talk about.
Okay. Let's talk of your Instagram handles. Maybe if you're not comfortable, you told us that you're not comfortable giving out your numbers, or you are?
For now, I don't want strange people calling my... Not to be rude, but you know how it is. Kama we Samaritan upeane number with, I think I saw your YouTube channel has around how many thousands?
50, almost 55 now.
Oh, you say congratulations by the way. So uwezi patia watu wote number. You'll get strange people calling you in the middle of the night, which is very weird. Unless maybe my email address. I'm a very old-fashioned person, but you can send me through my email address.
What about do you have an Instagram account or Facebook?
Facebook, yes. Of course, every old person has a Facebook account. My son Leon opened it for me. So I think it's been 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So we will be pinning it on it's running on the screens. You can go follow her on do you follow on Facebook? What do you do on Facebook? You follow? Do you follow on Facebook? Or Instagram is where you follow? Me at miss Juang if Instagram and in Facebook.
It's both. You follow on both. Because in business, I think we
you accept the friend requests. You can send her a friend request on Facebook. Instagram is where you follow. Are you on TikTok?
I think some of these social media platforms, Bana.
Or Snapchat, where you see some...
Really?
Yeah.
There's something like that. We are too old for that. But you're still growing, you know.
Yes.
I think my son keeps on saying some stuff. I bought him a tablet. So the things he's put, even on my own phone, my goodness, I'm like, Leon, please delete all this crap. Because most of the stuff I'm doing, utanikuta kwa Zoom.
Yeah.
That's who goes to Zoom in this generation. Skype.
Skypes.
I'm like, I have friends I need to discuss business with. Lazima ningie kwa Skype.
Yeah. And nowadays there is OBS.
I am telling you. That's OBS, me. What type?
So guys, we had none other than Mama Leon. Mama Leon was here and sisi tumekuja kwake actually. And guys, she's a very lovely mom. And as you all heard, kama unataka kumfuata ndio hizo handles zake zinapita kwenye screen. Enda mpate pale muweze kuongea, and very soon tutakuwa tukijua venye mnaweza mpata. Tunaweza mpata kwenye mtandao wa YouTube. We'll be working on that. Tuweze kumfungulia ka YouTube aweze kusongesha, pia aweze kuongelesha the young mothers and also old. Meambiwa the topics zenye zimeweza kuongelewa, power in naming, kuna mambo za church issues, kuna mambo za vitu mingi sana, relationships and how you should be handling your workers. And guys, asai kuongea mengi, I was your host director Samaritan 254, na kama kawa tukutane kesho na time kama hii 9 AM. Until next time, we're out. Peace.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show